So far, the launch of the Boatman Vulcan mini bait boat has been, I would say, a resounding success. These things have been incredibly popular, almost more popular than we imagined. We've had a couple of small teething issues, which I think is always to be expected with the launch of a brand new bait boat once it goes into general public market. But overall, I think most of you are more than happy. And of course, we love seeing the videos and photos of you guys receiving your bait boats and even using them, considering I would say it's definitely the wrong time of year. We are getting towards the tail end of January, but it's still a bit too cold for me. You won't see me out on the bank this time of year. Some of you brave it though, and you've been using these already, which is absolutely fantastic to see. There's only been one thing missing from the puzzle though. We offer these as basic, we offer them as GPS, but there is one particular version missing, and that is the Pro. Now the Pro, some of you probably don't even know what that means, and essentially for us the Pro means all singing, all dancing. If somebody asks us for the bells and whistles, we tell them you want a Pro, and essentially Pro is GPS and sonar, so it's got both of those combined into one boat. Now with all of our bait boats, whether it's the Actor Plus, the Vulcan or the Vulcan Mini, we offer a Pro, and I would say it's one of the more popular models. Some people just want to go all out and have everything they can out of a bait boat. I'm very pleased to announce the Vulcan Mini Pro is on its way. They're available on pre-order as we speak right now on the website, and they're going to be with us around the tail end of February, all being well. Now the beauty of having a bait boat like the Vulcan Mini as a Pro variant, well, there's a variety of reasons why I could tell you why it's such a good thing to have. Our GPS is incredibly accurate. GPS on this particular model offers 16 stored locations with up to 60 satellites of connectivity. Obviously, as you can imagine, the more satellites you gain, the more accurate your GPS is going to be. The GPS accuracy on our bait boats, as most of you will probably vouch who have already got them, is incredibly accurate these days. They state to within 1 metre. A lot of the time it's much tighter and much closer than that. Now having GPS on something like the Vulcan Mini is absolutely fantastic. It's something that I would highly recommend. Obviously the Vulcan Mini being such a small bait boat means that you can get to those real tight areas, under overhanging trees, anything like that, and having GPS to combine with that so you can store that location and not have to manually sail the boat every single time is definitely what I would describe as a game changer if you haven't experienced it already. Having 16 stored locations that at any point you can delete any one of them and restore a new location, and all integrated into the one singular handset means it's really, really easy to use. There's no apps, nothing to go wrong in the aspect of your phone dying, for example. It's all done through the handset, really, really simple, really, really easy to use, definitely something worth considering. And then you combine that with sonar, so our sonar is more of a feature finder. It does also have a fish finding feature as well, but the feature finding aspect of our sonar is absolutely fantastic. It allows you to see what's below, of course, depths, drop-offs, everything like that you're looking for, and you get a full colour display so you know exactly what's beneath. So if you're fishing at, for example, a weedier venue, you can see any holes in the weed. Sonar makes a massive difference, especially when combined with GPS. So what you can do is you can use your sonar screen to find little spots, drop-offs, anything you like, and you can save them on your GPS. That way, once you're done with your sonar, once you've found your spots and saved your spots, you can pack your sonar away and return to the one singular handset. The sonar screen is a separate screen that simply clips to the top of the handset, combining it all in one. The reason why we do it this way is so that your sonar isn't constantly on the remote, therefore draining further battery from the remote, so it means you have more battery life out of the remote. Now let's talk a bit more about the boat itself. The Vulcan Mini, despite its name being mini, is definitely a smaller size bait boat, definitely a compact bait boat, but it utilises its size very, very well with hopper capacity. So on a good day, depending of course what you're using, you can definitely fit up to 2 kilos in this hopper here. It's a one singular hopper, a simple press of the button will open that hopper and you've got plenty of payload going out. But its biggest party piece and one of the most popular things about the Vulcan and the Vulcan Mini is the top loading rig. So you've got a door out the back that folds open, meaning you can load your rig in from the top side instead of having to fiddle around, feed it in through the underside, close your door and having to faff about. It means you can get your presentation as you like it, but it's also efficiency, it's also just easier, and once you fish with a boat with a top loading rig, I definitely believe that you won't want to go back. Of course, because of its smaller size means it's not too heavy, meaning if you like to carry a light load, you're not going to notice the difference between carrying this or not. The Vulcan Mini uses 2 internal 5 amp batteries, meaning that you're going to get up to 5 hours of runtime, which in most cases is really enough for a week's worth of fishing, of course depending on how lucky you get and how many runs you end up getting, but plenty of battery life out of this bait boat as well, and it's got a singular charging port on the front, meaning that you can charge it bankside as well without any hassle. The Vulcan Mini bait boat itself and the handset and the sonar screen are all waterproof. The bait boat itself If you want to dunk it in the water, you can. It is more than capable of holding up against rain, for example. Now, I know some of you may find that funny and go, oh, it's a bait boat, it should be waterproof. But if you look at traditional boats, they're not designed to be waterproof from the top half, it's only ever the bottom half. You can dunk this in the water, as I mentioned, if you wanted to. The same applies for the sonar screen and the handset. Now, these as individual components are quite expensive, and if these accidentally take a dunk, if they're not waterproof, that can end up costing you a lot of money. But these you can, again, fully submerge, hold them under the water, use it under the water if you want to, doesn't matter, entirely waterproof, and another fantastic feature of the Vulcan Mini. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, the Vulcan Mini is now live on the website, available for pre-order. We always offer a little bit of a discount on pre-orders as well. Now, these things have been genuinely flying out the door. We should have plenty of stock coming in, more than enough to last us for a little bit of time. But if you are definitely on the fence and thinking about getting a bait boat, then the Vulcan Mini is definitely one to strongly consider, especially if you're not after a huge HMS Titanic type bait boat. If you just want a smaller bait boat that you're mostly going to use in the UK for UK waters, then the Vulcan Mini is definitely a solid option that you should certainly consider.